Hey guys, how's it going? F8 Alpha here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on World of Tanks, and we're having a look at the newest additions to the premium shop. We're having a look at the Turan III prototype bundle. Now there are three bundles available. You have the $9.99 bundle, you have the loaded bundle, which is $19.99, and you have the ultimate bundle, which is $29.99. And of course these come with gold credits and various equipment depending on which bundle you are looking into purchasing. Now, what exactly are you getting for these prices? What exactly is this tank all about? Well, I set up a comparison here so you can have a look at how this tank compares to two other German premium tanks that you could pick up in the premium shop. So we will be comparing the Turan to the PZT25 and also to the PZ3K, which I just did a review on a little while ago. But enough of that, let's get into the comparison here. Right away we can see that the DPM, it has a joint shared DPM with the PZ3K, which is 1720 DPM, and then the Panzer T25 follows with a 1606 DPM. Now, the Turan has a bit of an awkward penetration. It has a 113 millimeters, which is better than the PZ3K, but a little bit worse than the PZ-T25. The PZ-T25 has 116, and the PZ3K has 103 millimeters of penetration. Now, the damage is shared jointly across them. They all have the same damage per shot, the same alpha damage. It is 110 per shot. And once again, the Turan III has the middle ground when it comes to the shell velocity. It has a 770 meter shell velocity on it, where the T25 has the best shell velocity at 810, and the PZ3K has the most derpy shell velocity at 740. Now, one thing to take note of is the low ammunition count in the Turan III. It can only hold 32 rounds, which makes it a bit awkward for those extended fights, or if you needed to bring some additional premium rounds to the fight, because more than likely you will be seeing tier 7s and you will have to engage them at some point, and those premium shells are pretty much going to be your best bet at damaging a tier 7. So when you only have 32 rounds, you have to really think about your premium shell to standard AP shell count and variety there. But moving forward here, the Turan III has the best aiming time in this comparison. It has a 2.1 second aim time. The PZ-T25 has a 2.4, and the PZ3K has a 2.2 second aim time. It also has the best dispersion of a 0.37, followed by the PZ3K of a 0.38, and lastly the PZ-T25 of a 0.39, which means this will be the most accurate and quick aiming tank in this comparison. It does have 10 degrees of gun depression, which is shared by all three of these tanks in this comparison. It has a joint middle ground top speed of 40 kilometers an hour, shared by the PZ3K and obviously the Turan. Now, the PZ-T25 is the fastest in this comparison with a 60 kilometer forward speed. Now, one of the most lacking areas for this tank would be the power to weight ratio. It has a 13 horsepower per ton ratio, which is the lowest in this comparison, followed by a 13.04 of the Panzer IIIK. So it is, the Panzer IIIK is just a tiny bit better when it comes to power to weight ratio. However, the PZ-T25 has a 22.6 power to weight ratio. So this will be the tank that's racing up the hills. This will be the tank that also can go the fastest. So this is probably the most mobile tank. However, when you look at the traverse speed, the turret traverse speed is a 29.2 on the Turan, a 22.9 on the T25, and a 33.3 on the PZ3K. Moving on to the tank or hull traverse, You have a 35.4 on the Turan. You have a 31.2 on the T25, and you have a 39.63 on the PZ3K. So it is the middle ground in this comparison. It has better turret and hull traverse than the T25. However, it's not as good as the PZ3K. Moving on to armor, the hull armor on the front is 50, which is shared by all three tanks as a comparison. They all three have 50. The front of the turret on the Turan is 75, which is the best in this comparison. The PZ T25 has a front turret armor of 60 millimeters, and the PZ3K has 50 millimeters of turret armor on it. Another quick note would be the view range. It has a 330 meter view range on it, which is the middle ground, as the PZ3K has the best of 350 meters view range, and the T25 has the lowest view range of 320 meters. Let's go ahead and look at the price point here. The Turan is on sale right now for $9.99, which puts it firmly in the middle of any of the tier 5 premium tanks you can buy right now. So you can either buy the Matilda Black Prince for about 50 cents more, or you can save yourself about 60 cents and pick up any of the tier 5 premium tanks in the shop right now. So I think as far as pricing goes, it is a very, very good price. It's not overly priced. This tank has been available in the past, and that is actually when I picked it up. So I have been able to play this tank a little bit and get a little bit of idea as far as the performance goes. But I'm going to go ahead and move forward to my personal thoughts about it. Personally, I think this tank is a decent buy. It is a crew trainer. It is a credit maker. However, it doesn't make a over-the-top amount of credits, but you will be making some credits. You will have to fire premium rounds when it comes to tier 6s to tier 7s, and maybe some of that more heavily armored tier 5s. However, I think you'll be very thoroughly surprised with the penetration of the 113 millimeters, as you will be able to penetrate more targets than you would think you would be able to. Also, the big selling point for me, I guess, would be that it is more of a rare tank, as you cannot just go into the premium shop anytime and pick it up. It is only on sale occasionally. I think also the look of the tank, the very square looking tank, is pretty cool. You know, for the lower tiers, the square stuff for me is kind of cool. So that would be kind of my thoughts on the tank. I went ahead and picked it up. I picked it up when it was available previously, and I have not regretted it. It is a middle of the ground medium. If you're looking for a German crew trainer that can make a little bit of credits and maybe make that extra XP for you to convert into another line, then this would be a decent choice for you. It does not have preferential matchmaking. However, I think the tank is suitable for tier 5. Tier 6 you're lacking, and then of course tier 7 you're massively outclassed. But that can pretty much be said with almost any tank in World of Tanks. So just keep that in mind if you're looking at purchasing this. Personally, like I said, I did pick it up. I think it was worth it. $9.99, in my opinion, is not too much for the Turan. So with that said, guys, I am F8 Alpha, and I will catch you guys next time.